So this is an update on the covered call approach that I recently changed my HYLN position on. And originally I was just doing dollar cost averaging. And at the time I felt like I shouldn't be doing it. This is a really, really bad idea. And then I changed that to just doing covered calls and this is with the HYLN shares that I have in my taxable accounts. And the reasoning is that I thought that Thomas was just going to keep dragging his feet on this highly on execution. And in hindsight, I should have just kept dollar cost averaging. And one thing I noticed, and this is from May 4th, and this is Thomas Healy. He's posting a picture of him with a tank in the background, and this is expected because it's basically a military research and development project at this point. And I have two accounts with taxable accounts with my HYLN shares in, and I decided to take the other account and transfer it into my options account so I could just do covered calls as much as I could on it. And this is a screenshot with me with 134 covered call contracts on HYLN, and that's essentially I'm agreeing to sell my shares to someone for $3 a share through October 16th, 2026. And this is when HYLN was around, it was slightly less than $2.50 a share. And at this point in time, things were good because it's below $3 a share. But they released the earnings. And people got very excited, and I think the reason is because of the second to the last bullet point. Is it recorded first quarter revenue of 2.8 million, up fourfold from the previous quarter revenue. And in my Fidelity account, when the shares just jumped up dramatically, the share price, it had a little lightning bolt next to the ticker symbol, and it referenced a Bazinga article saying that the revenue quadrupled. And so people from the retail is like looking around like, what's this HYLN thing about? And over like the past like 6 to 8 months, Thomas has been just posting all this stuff on YouTube Shorts and on X, little snippets about the Carnot generator. And of course, when I'm like looking at this stuff, I'm like, it's nothing new. Why is he doing this? And they're not stupid. HYLN's not stupid. They know what they're doing. And just people just start piling into this thing. And then I see another post of him posing with the CEO of NVIDIA. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh no, this is not good for me, because I got these covered calls. I want the price to stay low, but it just goes up even higher. And at this point, with the covered call shares, if I were to have DCA'd into it, it would have made 153%. But the covered calls are obviously now in the money because the HYLN stock price is slightly below $7 a share. And the value of those covered call options are about $60,000. So if I were to want to get rid of, if I wanted to buy back the covered calls, it would cost me $60,000 to do, which I'm not going to do. So I'm just going to not take any action and see what happens. And probably a good piece of information when it happens is I can let you know when these things start. When I start getting a sign, that means I'm getting forced to sell my HYLN shares at $3 a share, because the holder or holders of those options would think that the price has peaked, but none of it's been assigned, so they're thinking that this thing can go up more. Now, another thing is the RSUs. They'll be vested up to certain percentages if the stock price at minimum is from $4 to $6 a share for 180 calendar days. And if I'm just tracking the closing price, and the average closing price as of May 15th is at $6 a share. And I'm counting weekends and holidays because the annual or quarterly report, it was the annual report, it mentioned calendar days, not trading days. But it's already at that $6 price, and it's been at that for 24 of the 180-day period. So it's in HYLN's best interest to somehow keep that stock price up. And keep in mind that in July, they may enter phase 3 or phase 2. I don't know what's going to happen. But with the Office of Naval Research contract, I'm sure once that is announced, people are going to get more excited. And if people get excited, people could buy more, and that could cause the price to go up even more. Am I bitter about doing the covered calls? Slightly, but I'm more happy not to lose money. I'm making a little bit of money, but not as much as I could have. The option premium that I got from doing the covered calls, I just routed it into my retirement account and bought very boring index funds. And when I get assigned, that money will go into very boring index funds as well. But I have to wait at most 17 weeks, give or take a week, for that to take place. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.